The squalid conditions of the camps were a breeding ground for illnesses that were as deadly to the inmates as the gas chambers or the camp guards. Mengele's approach to controlling it was typically cruel and indifferent. During a typhus outbreak in February 1944, Mengele ordered 600 women from one building to be killed in the gas chambers. Then he cleaned and disinfected their empty building. Next, he moved women from the neighboring building into the clean one after washing them and giving them fresh clothes. He repeated this process building by building, killing prisoners each time to make space for his cleanup effort. Mengele did this cruel practice several times, willingly killing hundreds to stop diseases from spreading. In another outbreak in July 1944, he killed all 4,000 people in one infected area instead of trying to treat them. But Mengele's true job at Auschwitz concerned his experiments. Mengele's goal at Auschwitz was to use genetics to prove Nazi claims of the racial superiority of the German Aryans. With its inmates made up of racially and politically targeted groups, Mengele had a near infinite supply of test subjects with which to prove this racial difference. The particular focus of Mengele's time in Auschwitz was on twins. Mengele's obsession with them was because of their utility for studying genetics in two nearly identical subjects. One twin could be a control and comparison for whenever Mengele experimented upon the other. Mengele's interest in twins was common knowledge in the camp. Camp guards would sort through all new arrivals and pick out the twins for Mengele's work. Believing that it might get them some special treatment, parents often handed over their twins to the guards with some sort of relief, and adult twins voluntarily presented themselves to the camp authorities, hoping to catch Mengele's attention. The horrors of Mengele's methods were obvious early on. Only a few weeks after arriving, the gypsy camp at Birkenau suffered from an outbreak of Noma, a disease spread through dirty water. Noma is a severe infection, similar to gangrene, that mostly affects children and often causes death. Mengele seized the opportunity to study such a fascinating disease by setting up a quarantine hospital for the sick where he could observe and catalog the progression of the illness. Treatment, however, was not usually on the agenda. Instead, Mengele observed the progression of the disease as his patients suffered and died in his hospital beds. He then harvested pieces of the victims for further study, some of which were preserved in formaldehyde jars and sent off to SS labs for further testing. One of the most disturbing aspects of this was how easily Mengele could pretend not to have people dying for his experiments in a nearby building, as he put on a friendly face for everyone else. Mengele oversaw a kindergarten of hundreds of gypsy children. It was really a front for the harvesting of test subjects, but Mengele showered the children with sweets, chocolate, meat soup, jam, and other treats that were unheard of elsewhere in the camp. The children called him Der gute Onkel, the good uncle, as he made his appearances with candy and toys, never revealing that many of those toys were taken from the possessions of the dead Jewish children elsewhere in the camp complex. The shockingly normal appearance of Mengele's kindergarten was intentional. When visiting SS or civilians were brought to the camp, Mengele's gypsy kindergarten was used to present a false image of happiness and care to disguise the genocidal reality.